You're watching Kivumbi 2017. Let's go back to Migori County, where fracas continues. Police engaging residents in running battles. And those are live pictures we are bringing you from the county of Migori. Our political affairs, Ben Kitili, is right in the middle of it, has been covering that for us. Says the police have been sent there in their numbers to try and render that particular road passable to ensure that electoral material is distributed ahead of the poll tomorrow in Migori, one of the 4 counties that are expected to be voting tomorrow as per the direction by IEBC Chairperson Wafula Chebukati. A directive, they still say they will resist, they will not show up, and they continue to term this particular repeat poll a sham election, reason why they have been blockading most of the roads in Migori. But this particular one, as our political affairs editor Ben Kitili reports, is very significant given it is the road to so many parts of the county, and if it is impassable, then not much can happen, especially as far as the distribution of electoral material is concerned. A heavy contingent of police have been deployed there, have been lobbing tear gas canisters at the residents there, and those are live pictures we are bringing you as they try to remove the blockades there, the stones that were used. The other live pictures from the other side of your screen are from Homa Bay town, one of the other counties that residents or voters are expected to take to the ballot tomorrow. Roads were also blockaded there. Timothy Otieno is right there for us. He will be giving us an update shortly. So that is the situation in some parts of Nyanza region, one in Migori, one in Homa Bay. Homa Bay not looking like there is much of a standstill like it is in Migori, but Timothy will be telling us more about that particular situation. Running battles have been witnessed between the police and residents since yesterday when polls opened, an act of defiance by the residents who are largely NASA supporters, and the leader of NASA who came out and urged all their supporters not to take to this particular ballot, not to show up at polling stations because this is a sham election. The residents there seemingly taking this very seriously, blockading roads. Some yesterday, from the pictures we were having here on KTN News, they closed down all the polling stations, most of the polling stations, and electoral officials could not be able to access them. These are areas where absolutely no voting took place, but in Migori County, Ben Kitili reports areas in Kuria East and Kuria West, there was voting, an area that pundits, as Ben Kitili says, that Jubilee enjoys support in Kuria East and Kuria West. But the other 6 constituencies in the county of Migori, no voting happened. Perhaps why the IBC chairperson decided that they will be going back to the polls on Saturday, something that they say they will not do. So it continues to be a matter of wait and see. So that's a live pictures, residents there together with police trying to get out the material that had been used to blockade that particular bridge that has been labeled very significant as far as the transport system of that particular county is concerned. Residents had piled up all these stones and electric posts since yesterday to render the roads impassable, to ensure that no electoral material is distributed in the county of Migori. But from the running battles that we witnessed earlier on, the police have managed to push out the crowds to go back to their houses perhaps, or away from this particular point, so that they are able to ensure that this road is passable by first removing the blockades that had been put there by the residents who are against any form of election happening in Migori. Live pictures there we are bringing you. Migori, Siaya, Kisumu and Homa Bay will be going back to the polls tomorrow, as our EBC chairperson had indicated earlier. They continue to say they will not go to the polls even if it will be 10 months later. But look at the pictures there. There was one of the police officers there just trying to apprehend those they deem guilty, so to speak, of this particular action. And we will be giving you more updates of not only Migori, but all the other 3 polling counties in Nyanza. But let's just listen into the goings on there in Migori.
Bana usiwahi nipiga tena bana. No, usinipige.
Na naweza sema utoke hapa. Ndio kufanya hiyo unafanya. Hebu jaribu kuchukua pale. Nini unaangalia nini? Wewe ujui nini wewe. Wewe kuchukua mawe hapa.
And we continue to give you minute-by-minute updates of what is happening across the country. Some of the areas that had been deemed as hotspots by security officials, like in Migori there. But we relieve our viewers on KTN Home to continue with normal programming. On KTN News, we continue with our wall-to-wall coverage of this electoral period. All right, and we continue with Homa Bay County. With Migori County, rather. Let's just go back there, see what is happening and listen to some of the activities there from a number of residents who've been given the job there by the police to remove the stones and material that had been used as blockades in that particular bridge. Let's listen in.
Hello.
Yes. Yes, and you mentioned kuna mtu ameumia huko. Kuna mtu ameumia huko. Na huko karao sasa. Alafu ananigonga huyu.
All right, and as I mentioned earlier, our political affairs editor Ben Kitili is right in the middle of the action there in Migori County. Seemingly, those who have been apprehended are the ones who've been given the task to remove those blockades. But let's let Ben Kitili give us more updates on that. Ben, I have seen a woman there trying to beg the police there to let her go. If you can hear me, just give us an update on who really are these who are removing those stones that were used as blockades by residents.